So if you couldn't tell from the title of the video or the Instagram post, I am through hiking the Pinhoti. I'll be starting on March 27th. So this might be out after I'm already on trail. It could be out right before. I don't know. That's all contingent on the timing of the special announcement that is at the end of this video. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. Let's get ready for the ruckus, okay? So, since we're doing a through hike, we're doing a gear video because freaking gear is the No, I can't say that. Gear is great. And if you don't like gear, then you're a silly goose. If you don't like gear, you can skip to this little timestamp and not watch the gear. Without camera gear, my base weight is 9 pounds, 7 ounces. With camera gear, my base weight is 11 pounds. Why don't we look at some gear? Up first, we got the Red Paw Packs 40 liter. I just got this pack. It's brand new. I've got a new video coming out about it pretty soon. Gotta connect my camera somehow. Got a few panels of this foam insulation for in my hammock. Here I've got my straps and my ultralight hammock. Somehow I lost my rainfly on the AT, so I had to get a new one. And then last up in the big line of main stuff is my quilt. Next up, we'll look at all of my clothes and all the various things that I'll be wearing. I got this new frog tog because it's dead-gum cheap. The Mountain Hardware Ghost Whisperer. It's got 1,000 filled down in it. Super psyched for this new jacket. Figured out I'd try the Lone Peak. Little bug head net, little foraging basket. And then right here we've got my camp buff and my hiking buff. Little fanny pack action because style. I'm bringing 3 pair of socks. That's 1 in Gingy and 2 darn tough. Some underwear I picked up. My favorite hiking shorts, the Air Force PTs. Got some new merino wool light leggings. For my everyday hiking shirt, I'm switching to a sun hoodie. So I just wanted to start trying something out. And this is just a former camp shirt that's all kinds of beat up. And now we're gonna move on to food. I've got this custom printed Hilltop food bag, 1.5 liter square bottle, and then a beef-free. For my cook system, I got a piece of ShamWow, a 1 liter bot, and the BRS ultralight stove. And then here we have our input and our output supplies. Here we've got our various ditties and some soap, some Q-tips, pharmacy, the repair shop. And then here we got our bamboo toothbrush, and no, I don't cut my toothbrush in half.
And neither should you, because that's silly.
Here we've got our electronics. Bringing the old trusty Google Pixel 5. For camera gear, I'm bringing this Pedco UltraPod 3. I've also got the Ceramonic little mini mic thing. We've got this Earth variable ND filter, and then of course we've got the Canon and the lens to go along with it. Dope. And there all is together.
All right, so I have Luke here. Luke is going to be editing the videos while we're out on the PCT, and he's generous enough to do it completely for free. So Luke, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Free of charge.
That's the only joke I planned.
You planned jokes. I didn't know I had to prep with jokes. Man.
Anyways, no, he's not doing it for free. I'm going to be paying him $1,000 per second per video.
Also true.
And I really hope he does a good job with the edits then. But no, in all seriousness, Luke, thank you for coming on here. And thank you for saying yes to this absolutely ridiculous freaking PCT project. It's awesome, and I'm glad to have you aboard.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. I honestly, when I saw your little community tab post saying you were looking for an editor, I was like, oh, he's probably gonna find some hot shot,
I
big
did. What are you talking
editor.
about?
And yeah, okay. So, I was super surprised when I ended up getting it. So I'm really psyched. This is gonna be a fun project.
I mean, Luke, you kind of already know this, but for everybody watching, the reason I went with Luke was because I felt like, based on our initial conversations, he like really understood A, what I was going for, and B, like the details behind a lot of my previous videos. Now, obviously, every video is a little different, but there is kind of a general flow to, especially my on-trail videos, my actual hiking videos. And so I was looking for someone who really kind of understood that. And I asked a bunch of questions in the interview that we did, as well as the application itself, to kind of like gauge that among the person who was applying. And it was very evident from our initial conversation that you got it. You were even asking me about details I hadn't even thought of, like the question you asked me about my font and all this stuff. So I'm really excited. I think you're going to do a great job. Why don't you tell people about your AT thru hike a little bit? Because Luke isn't just some bum off the side of the street. Luke is a thru hiker as well. So that's only going to help the videos too, I feel like.
I was gonna say, finding someone, not just someone who can put a couple clips together and slap some music behind it, but finding someone who understands what thru hiking is and has done it themselves, So I did the AT last year in 2021. I started on March 14th and I finished on September 19th. And I didn't even think that I would finish the whole thing. I was just thinking I was getting on for a couple weeks or a couple of months. But time allowed, and I ended up finishing. So, and then it screwed me up just like it screws up a whole lot of other folks, where you get off trail and you're like, how can I make money doing something like this, So this is one of those steps towards that.
What do you think is going to be the hardest part of pulling this off? Not the hike itself, but the videos and the content and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, just part of life on trail is every day is different, and finding time where you have to be purposeful in uploading that footage, up to the interwebs so that I can pull it off the interwebs and do what I need to with it. So it's just going to require a lot of back and forth communication and being really intentional on both of our ends with you being out in the woods, But that's just part of it. So
yeah, I'm definitely nervous about just getting you the footage, because it seems like uploading the footage to like the cloud is going to be really tough. So we're probably going to be mailing memory cards, which then we have to rely on the postal service and shipping delays and potentially losing memory cards and all this stuff. To me, that's the thing that makes me the most nervous. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I did on my AT thru hike, and I would just ship my, SD cards home, and my, family at home would drain them onto my computer and then just send them back out, So I think that's not a bad system. I know it worked for me. I wasn't, no one was editing back at home, but the footage was there for me when I got home. So,
what are you most excited about in terms of this project?
I'm excited to get exposed to your audience. I'm excited to interact with them.
Clout chaser. Wait, sorry, I don't know who said that. My bad.
So I think that's going to be really exciting. I'm honestly excited just to kind of get the third person experience of just seeing what it's like, just raw, straight up the footage from the PCT, not something that's all juiced up and, made nice for YouTube, but just like exactly the way it is. I'm excited to see that because the PCT is for sure on the bucket list. So yeah, I think that's what I'm most excited about.
Nice. Yeah. I'm excited to be able to make content without actually having to edit for a little while. I do love the editing, honestly. It'll be kind of nice to be able to like film and then not have to worry about the editing. And a lot of people are, maybe even wondering why I'm going with an editor in the first place, because a lot of other thru hikers who vlog their hikes just edit themselves on trail. And the reason I wanted to get an editor is because I just don't know if I have it in me to do that. I've never tried, so I can't say for sure, but I don't know. It just seems like it would take away from the hike for me. I also don't think the content would be as high quality if I had to worry about filming it and editing it as well. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I am so grateful to have Luke aboard. He's an awesome dude. He's an awesome hiker, And I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly. I think it will.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think that this is going to be a good system. I think we are going to put out a better product than if Kyle had just, you know, edited it on trail,
Definitely.
you know. It's just hard to do that, you know. It's better to focus on hiking when it's time to hike and then editing when it's time to edit, you know. So I think we're going to put out a pretty good series for you guys.
So Luke, thank you for coming on here, and where can people go subscribe to your channel?
You can subscribe to me at Experience Over Things. I know that's a funny name. The new one is in the works. If somebody has a good idea, you can drop a name.
Yo, yeah, comment what Luke should change the name of his channel to, because Flossie and I are giving him crap. We think we're assholes. We think we should change his channel name.
Yeah. It needs to be workshopped. But yeah, you can subscribe to me there. I am putting out my own content, so I'm putting out gear videos. I'm doing a Pinhoti through hike starting this Sunday on March 27th.
Yeah.
So you can follow along with that. I fasted for 5 days recently. You can go watch that video. There's I post my own stuff too. So yeah, hit me up there. So we could also announce that we're hiking the Art Loeb Trail.
Oh yeah.
We're doing that together early May, so look out for that. And we'll put out some content of us just hiking together and hanging out. So
Let's do it. All right. Thanks, Luke.
yeah, man.